Hey friends, Ash here with gentsscents. Hope you're doing really well. Today I'm going to be going over 5 different fragrances that will make you the best smelling guy in your office. Guaranteed. And technically I'm gonna cheat here and I'm gonna make it 6 fragrances. I do this all the time. It's like I come up with 5 and I go, no, I want to put that one in there too, and then 5 just sounds better. So technically this is 6. I lied to you. All of these fragrances obviously going to be office safe. Some of these are a little bit more common than others, but each one of these is going to have you smelling like a boss. So let's jump into it. All right, first fragrance I want to talk to you guys about is one that I think Jeremy fragrance hyped at one point. I think, I could be wrong. It is Gearness. Gear. The power of Norway. Yeah. Actually, they've got a whole setup in Epcot, part of Walt Disney World down in Florida, in the Norway Pavilion where they sell this. And I actually met the guy that runs the brand, Gear himself. He was a cool dude. There's a video on my channel, actually, where I briefly walked through Epcot in Disney World and walked through all the different fragrance stores that they have there in Epcot. It was, I feel like 2 years ago, maybe, but you can check that out on the channel if you want. There's a little snippet in there of me talking to him. But the note breakdown on this fragrance is not really super specific. It's florals, spices, citrus, woods. That's pretty much how the note breakdown goes. And then you might say to yourself, what florals, citrus, spices, or woods? And to which the response would be, I don't know, florals? The fragrance itself, though, is really nice. It is floral forward in a way. It's soapy, it's clean, it's very fresh, and it's a fragrance that is very easily pulled off in the office, especially if you dress it up a little bit and wear a nice suit. The bottle itself, pretty simple. It looks basically like a decant bottle with a sticker slapped on the front and a big, huge atomizer. Everything about it is pretty nondescript, but the fragrance itself is really nice. And this is, believe it or not, my second full bottle of the fragrance. I actually ran through a full bottle of this in years past. So this one right here will absolutely have you smelling awesome, and chances are nobody is gonna be wearing it unless they stopped by the Norway Pavilion in Epcot Center and picked up a bottle. And another good thing is, it's not really all that expensive. This next fragrance, some of you out there are not gonna really dig. You're gonna see this and be like, I hate that fragrance. Why did you bring that up? But I mean, if we're talking about just fragrances that people are going to love, that are enormously easy to pull off in the office, this one is a killer in that situation. It's Dior Homme 2020. As cashmere, isoe super, bergamot, pink pepper. Essentially what this is a super modern take on a clean, woody fragrance with a good amount of warmth to it. And people adore this fragrance. I've had lots of people stop me, people that I know and people that I don't know, and say, well, what do you have on? It smells really nice, and it's this one. And I can't say I was a big fan when this came out, because I wasn't at all. Did kind of a ranty type video about it, how much I did not like it, because the original Dior Homme with that iris, one of my favorite DNAs ever. Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Eau, Dior Homme Parfum. But those fragrances just don't really sell in the US. And when I say that, I mean at retail. At retail price, not a whole lot of people are buying those fragrances, which is why Dior stepped in and did this one. Well, not specifically for the US market, but you know what I mean. It's not selling as well as they would have hoped, the original Dior Homme 2020. And this, as far as an office fragrance, hard to do much better, frankly. It's not too loud. It's a big attention grabber, a big compliment puller. It's not offensive at all. It is a great scent for office situations, casual situations too, date nights as well. Actually, just about any situation. So hardcore lovers of the original Dior Homme Intense, that line, yeah, they're not gonna be pleased with that one. But people that are just looking for something that's easy to wear that everybody's gonna love, there you go. This next fragrance I absolutely love, Gentleman Boise from Givenchy. Now I just talked about Dior Homme and Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Eau, Dior Homme Parfum, and the iris that those fragrances have. This one has iris. And it's not the exact same as in Dior Homme or Dior Homme Intense or Dior Homme Eau, but it's similar. This one is creamy, it is sweet, but not too sweet, and that's gonna be both from the iris, the sandalwood, and the cacao that's in here. All of those kind of combine together to give it that creamy sweetness. That one, some people may think of a little bit more as like an evening fragrance, a night out fragrance, but it is office safe. Just don't spray it on super heavily. And I think for a lot of guys out there, this one is actually a little more wearable on a day-to-day basis than Dior Homme or Dior Homme Intense especially. Up next is a personal favorite of mine, Grillan Bedover. This is a great bang for your buck. This does not cost all that much and it is great quality for the price. It's got vetiver, tobacco, bergamot, and oak moss. Actually, it's got a whole bunch of notes in it. The vetiver that's in here is a little bit more of an old school style vetiver, so it's not gonna be as fresh and soapy clean as something like a Tom Ford Gray Vetiver. This one's gonna be a little more sophisticated, a little bit more mature, a little more grown up. But I think it is amazing and a fantastic office fragrance. Now, if you're a younger guy, you're probably gonna go for like Dior Homme 2020 or one of the other fragrances coming up in this list over this one. But let's say you're 35 years and up, this one right here, absolutely killer, a stunner. I have 3 bottles of this one. I've got an older vintage bottle. I've got the style that came out before this one, and then I have this one as well. Next up, a fragrance from Lalique, and it is Lalique White. Some people compare this to Parfums de Marly Galloway, which of course is the Parfums de Marly that comes in a white bottle. Yeah, it is in the same style as Galloway. They're not the exact same. I wouldn't, put them up side by side and say, oh, this is 90% the same. But it's close enough that if you're familiar with Galloway and you spray this on, you'll be able to pick out some similarities and be like, okay, yeah, I see what people are talking about there. This one has lemon leaf, it has bergamot, and it has white pepper as some of the notes in the fragrance. And this one, maybe a little bit like Grillan Bedover, probably will appeal more to guys that are, well, let's say lower 30s and up. It's got a nice green freshness to it. It's got a peppery bite as well. I think it smells amazing, but it is a little divisive. Some people find it not to be quite as wearable as I do. On the whole though, people seem to really, really enjoy this one. And if you can pull this off, you'll smell amazing with this on. And like with most Lalique fragrances, not that expensive and the quality is far above what you would expect for the price that you pay. So Lalique White, this one, big thumbs up from me. I think it's awesome. All right, last fragrance is one that appeals across a wide age range. Younger guys can pull this off, older guys can pull this off. It is from Viktor and Rolf. It is Spice Bomb Fresh. This one has that Spice Bomb DNA, so you're gonna get pink pepper in here, you're gonna get tobacco, you're gonna get that big blast of spiciness right off the top, but it has, as the name says, a lot of freshness as well. It's got sea saltiness, it's got lavender, it's got some grapefruit. It's this really interesting contrast. So you have all that Spice Bomb DNA, which a lot of you out there will know is a powerful fall and wintertime fragrance, the original Spice Bomb I'm talking about. And then at the same time, you have this like spring, summertime freshness that's kind of just sat right on top of that Spice Bomb DNA. So the first few times I smelled it, I actually was kind of wishy-washy on it. I was like, yeah, I don't know, this is kind of weird. It's Spice Bomb, but then missing some of those heavier aspects and then replaced with sea salt and lavender, like kind of weird. But then over time it grew on me, and also it doesn't hurt that it's a really nice attention-grabbing fragrance. This one is never gonna be on the same pedestal as Spice Bomb Extreme, which frankly is better than this, or the original Spice Bomb either, which I also like more than this, but it is still a really, really interesting change of pace type of fragrance for the office. I would wager the few people that currently wear this to the office are fragrance aficionados, if you want to call them that. Lots of people don't even know that one exists. So if you wear that to the office, you're going to be standing out, you're going to be smelling great, and getting some attention too. Positive attention, probably, likely. So there we go, 6 different fragrances that will have you smelling better than everybody else in the office. As always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all your support. Stay safe out there, and I will see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.